Is your name Daisy? I'm Kari, and I'm a good witch. And I've got a little surprise for you, Daisy. This is for you. I'm told that you're 12 years old and that you love unicorns and fairies and all kinds of magical things. So, I've made a special witch's box just for you. There's lots of surprises inside. Shall we see what's in it? Well, the main thing, on this beautiful peacock feather for starters, are all these herbs. There's 8 different herbs, 2 for each element, and then there's lots and lots of other interesting things in it. I won't show you everything because I want some of the stuff to be a surprise for you when you get your box. But I'm going to show you very quickly how to make a magic circle. So, in magic, this is a little altar cloth that's inside. And this little feather is very good for fanning, for when you make smoke, for fanning smoke. Everything starts with a thought, the element of air. That's in the east where the sun rises. It's about beginnings. So we're going to put everything to do with air in the east. And then in the south, that's where those thoughts get some energy, get some light, get motivated, and that's fire. And fire is in the south, so I'm going to put a candle in the south. This is just a suggestion, it's not the way you need to do it. Let's see what else is in here. This is called a mortar and pestle. It's for grinding herbs and salts and incenses. So I'm going to put that in the center. Then there's a little chalice, a little miniature glass, and that goes in the west because that's for water. Water is about emotion, about sensitivity, about dreams. And then finally, we have the north, so we've got the 4 directions, and the north is about the earth and the body, so I'm going to put a stone for the north. There's loads of other things in here, but I won't show you. There's also a scroll. I want everything to stay a surprise for you. So there's also a scroll which tells you all about the properties of the herbs that you've got. Just going to put that down here for a minute. And, oh, this is one of my favourite things. And I might start my ceremony with this. This is called dragon's blood. But it's not real dragon's blood. It's not the blood of the dragon. It's an incense. It's a tree resin. And it smells absolutely beautiful. And if you look next to me, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit. And it's making smoke. Use my feather to fan it. And you can't smell it now, but when you get it, you'll be able to smell it. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to put that back. And there's also a little bit of frankincense, which is the kind of incense they use in churches and for ceremonies. And again, it's a tree resin frankincense. But the main part of your spell making, if you're making a spell, see, there's a seashell here. I'm going to put that with the water. You can do whatever you like. I'm just really enjoying that smell at the moment. You can do whatever you like in magic, as long as your heart is pure and your intentions are good. You can. There's no right or wrong way in magic. What else have we got? We've got a little twig which can be used as a wand. You can imagine making a circle of light around yourself to protect yourself in the woods. And what else have we got? Oh yes, there's 2 favorite bits. There's a little sword, and swords represent air as well, because they cut through the air. So quite often witches will draw a circle, imaginary, around themselves and around their space to protect themselves with a sword. And then there's this beautiful little spoon, and what I use the spoon for is I'm going to choose 3 herbs. I'm going to be reading about what each herb means. And this herb is mistletoe. Mistletoe grows in the trees. It's an air herb. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of that into my mortar and pestle. Then I'm going to put This will be quite random with my herbs because I'm just showing you how to use it. Oh, there's a little book in your spell box as well, in your witch's box, which is blank. And that's called the Book of Shadows, where you write your recipes, your spells. Spells are like recipes. And your results. So if you make the spell to have good dreams, then you would put probably something for water in there. Let's find a herb for water. Because as I said, water in the West. Ah, perfect. I picked the right one immediately. It's called bladderwrack. Bladderwrack. And it's actually a seaweed. It's not a bladderwort. It's a seaweed, not a herb. But it represents the element of water. So, bladderwrack. That's what this one is. And let's put a third one in, because as I say, witches like to do things in threes. And this is an earth herb. This will ground you. And it's called mugwort. And again, it's one of those herbs that sounds like it should be in a Harry Potter story. It's quite magical. So I'm going to put a little bit of mugwort in there, which represents earth. And as I say, 3 ingredients in a spell is usually enough, and you only need a tiny bit. You can use your spoon to measure them out. I've just been holding it, but then you can grind it into fine powder, and then sprinkle a little bit, and here it goes. Sprinkle a little bit of it onto charcoal. There's some charcoal in your kit, and what you're going to need to do is get a grown-up. It's in here. You're going to need to get a grown-up to help you with this, because it's super important with candles and anything burning that you stay safe and that you put it in a fireproof dish. So these are my herbs burning. I always use a feather to fan it. But be super careful because the charcoal gets very, very hot. So we've got that. And this is your present, Daisy. So have loads of fun exploring it. What else is in it? Ah, this is one ingredient I do want to tell you about. This is called black salt. It's not actually salt. It's made from charcoal and earth and various magical ingredients. And it's very good for banishing negativity. And it's like a black powder. You've got to be quite careful with it. Just sprinkle a tiny bit out to put in the recipe that you're doing. And lots of other lovely things. So there you go, Daisy. Hope you enjoy your special present. Blessed be. Always be good. Harm ye none. Do what thou will.